We're back. That ding-dong was me literally stopping recording and starting a recording in 2 clicks. That was fun. Hi. Battle? Me? Yay. Sure. Akuhita and... well, Zigzagoon. We're gonna fight these people a couple more times. Or, we'll fight the people out here until I run out of... well, people to fight. Astonish, because Ghost against fighting. Ah, you faked out my Whismer. Oh no. Not that big of an issue. Headbutt. Yeah, Surskit just takes a lot of damage. It's not great. Cool, Margarita fainted. And Ghost against normal, I don't think can actually do damage. So that's fine, I guess. Yep, did not affect it. Bulb Beam. Pound, I guess. Ding. Oh. Just headbutt. Boy. Okay, that's weird. Heard voices again, and it said shake that booty, which is weird. So we'll be doing this instead. Oh, jeez. Okay, whatever then. Also realized that this Pokemon Center is probably easier to get to. Yes, and we're gonna fight Isaac again. Not Isaac from the Binding of Isaac, just an Isaac. Random Isaac. So loud. Like, why would it need to be that loud? Buster, stop running around over there. You're not getting out of the cage right now. Hi, Isaac. Pokemon Breeder Isaac takes out a Whismer. Let's try this then. Maybe Surskit can take on a Whismer without dying immediately. Good voice. You have defense. Okay, yeah, I guess you've got a special defense at the very least, or maybe that just doesn't do any damage. Always hard to tell. Whismer fainted. Electrite, level 14. Aaron should not be. No, I made that mistake last time. Aaron's gonna use Rock Throw at me, and I'm going to faint. Yep, because of Sturdy. If it wasn't for Sturdy, I would... oh, Rock Tomb. But yeah, no. If it wasn't for the Sturdy, I would not have that issue. So, Whismer, go. Trying again. I think after fighting Isaac again, we're gonna take on that gym. Or potentially the Wind Straight family. Not very effective, critical hit, Aaron fainted. Sounds good. Whismer, level 20. Akuhita. That was probably not the best idea to stay as Whismer, but whatever. Echoed voice, because I think your special attack, your special defense is come on, your special's less than your physical. I'm hoping. If I'm wrong, so whatever there. Jeez, my nose. Nose is stuffy. Oh. Alright, it builds the more you use that attack. Yuki Sanchez, level 17. Now my party is coming together. Finally. Force Palm, because Force Palm is pretty damaging. Whoosha, slap it. Effective. Baby doll eyes again. Keep attack downing me, huh? Pop. There you go. High five your face. 104. Incodiger to level 17. Mud Slap. Oh, this is nice. That's a nice move to get. Going into a fucking lightning gym with Mud Slap. Yes, please. Talo. Whismer, I guess? Oh. Neck. Halo. Good voice. Swing attack. No. That's fine. You are faster. I can deal with that. Alright. Is that a ground type attack? If it's a rock type attack, this is good. If it's a ground type attack, it's middling. Ground type. Okay, Fury Swipes then. Then Kata's probably gonna eat the... or hit... yeah. I don't know what I was trying to say. I'm trying to think of what would have been an analogy or some kind of soliloquy or something that... wow, I'm probably using the wrong words. I need to read more soon. Put in some effort to learn a few more things. Because I'm running out of brain power. Double slap. Team. Double team, double slap, okay. Disarming voice does not miss, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, boy. I'll keep doing that. And hope I can take out this Talo before it takes me out. So I've been watching a bunch of Trailer Park Boys recently. Primarily because Netflix posted the, what is it? The animated Trailer Park Boys. And so far, it's so weird that I've watched most of it, and I've gotten into, like, the reboot series, and have no idea whether or not I enjoy it. If that makes any sense. Like, I keep watching it, but I don't know if I like it. Like, it's good entertainment, but I'm not sure completely if I am that interested in watching all of it. And primarily because I just don't know what else to watch right now. Like, there's been nothing particularly good that's come out. And I've watched a lot of, what are they, Critical Role? And I'm not caught up to season, or I haven't finished season 1 yet, but I'm kind of caught up to their season, or campaign 1, and kind of caught up to their campaign 2. But at the same time, doing all of that can be a slog. Because they've been playing for 5 years now, if I'm not wrong. Hey, Loudred, how you doing? Wants to learn to move Bite. Sure. We'll get rid of this for Bite, because Bite is better than Pound. And learn Bite. Wait, that was a dark type move, wasn't it? Not a normal type. I may have messed up. But we're going here. And I guess we're gonna try and take on the gym again after I swap my Pokemon party again. Make up for the fact that I just evolved a Pokemon. Boxes. Interesting. So you come out. You go into this list. 16, 13. So I get to add Gulpin to my party. Why not? Yeah. So to get past that one trainer in the gym, I'm just gonna throw Electrike out first. Because it is likely that they will, again, use Thunder Punch on the Electrike, which will survive getting punched by lightning. So to see you again, thank you very much, bye. Which mechanic for the gyms? I am confused by your statement. Okay. Oh, girl, Vivian. So now, meditate. Meditate. Oh, that's not a thing from old games. That is from only Sun and Moon. Thunderwave on the lead. Confusion. Not what I expected. Survived, but confused. Don't hurt yourself, please. Fuck off. Game. It's just not... Ugh. Fine. Surskit, go. You're gonna get punched once, but hopefully you can outspeed with a Bubble Beam, maybe? You have or haven't kept up with any new mechanics for Pokemon? Yeah, super effective one-shot, wow. Okay, so yeah. I don't know. Go Nincada. Sure. Like, the lineup is so bad right now. Primarily because of stuff like that. Accuracy down. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep doing that. If I can accuracy you down twice, I'll be happy. One more time. Oh, come on! Your accuracy is supposed to have dropped by 50% at this point, and you still hit with no issue. That's ridiculous. There we go, finally, something missed. Disarming voice again. There we go. Finally got past that meta type. I'm good with that. Done. I mean, this isn't all that new of a Pokemon game. This is from... Which one is it from? Back Gen... Like 4? No, it'd be Gen 6? I think. Because it's a remake for Gen 3. Yeah, I find this type of play... They have some new mechanics, but there's also what comparison, though. Like, what generation are you talking about as the generation that you have the most experience with? Is it generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Trained under Wattson. From black and white up? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I'm getting... Oh, right. tired of them adding in, like... the weird random things. Like, in Sun and Moon, they added Z moves, which is just... Hey, you get to use a special move on this one Pokemon you have. And it's not all that special. Roll out, you fuck. You susceptible to paralysis. Come on now. Nope, not susceptible to paralysis. Okay. Rollout is such a shit move. It needs a much lower accuracy. Which, I'm gonna help that. Hi. Please don't one-shot. Good. Mud Slap. Now miss. So, there's nothing wrong with the newer generations. Like, realistically, every Pokemon generation was good in its own right. It gets frustrating when people complain about, well, this generation did this, and this one did that, and it's whatever. Like, enjoy the games that you get. Because there's gonna be a day where when Pokemon just stops. I think. Maybe. Hey, Dookie Sanchez leveled up. To the team, Skitty leveled up, thank you. Surskit grew to level 21. Send out another Voltorb. I will smack that Voltorb. 4 more generations, so you think we'll be done with Pokemon around generation 12? Like, I feel like the last thing they should ever do with Pokemon is create a legitimate online MMO. Not like the half-off ones, not like the cheap, like, here's an emulator turned into Pokemon, and we made an online server to run it and do this, that, and the other. But actually buy Game Freak a series of... Made it through there. Is the gym leader next? Yep, gym leader's next. I don't think they would go 12 generations stacked on top of each other, though. Or 12 areas. Heck. An interesting concept would be you get to buy a game that is based in a region, and you eventually get to travel to other regions based off of what region you started in. And you just trade your Pokemon among the regions. Well, you trade Pokemon from different regions for other things. So you have like, if they did it for next generation, you would have like 8 games. 9 games? And from there you would push out So the person that does most of the coding, or the people that made Pokemon, made a lot of sense in saying one thing about trying to say we want all the generations in one game, or all the regions in one game. And the issue is that if you buy in and do that, it's so difficult to try and... I hate that. Did it right then. Watching a fucking cutscene and it does that to me. But yeah, it's about balancing level and growth, and it is so much harder. Oh, that one. It's so much harder when you don't, like, every region is geared towards, okay, you start here and you end here. Trying to do that with 8 regions, like, you wouldn't be able to get to, like, your first gym leaders would be like level 1, level 2, level 4. Like, you'd make it to level 20 by the end of your first region. It's difficult to mitigate the necessity for that. Unless you do something like I'm doing, and, okay, you have to catch everything, or you have to catch new Pokemon per region, or something like that, and you get a new starter per region. Then that would just be having another game. I would rather them not do the Ash Ketchum situation. It would be much better if we could see something different. Like, his whole thing is, he is stuck at an age, and cannot do this, and cannot do that, and cannot do this. I kind of want an aged-up Pokemon, if they're gonna do something. Like, give us the trainer that starts... No, I get that he gets to travel around and do this, that, and the other, but... he restarts, and he brings his OP Pikachu. Well, that is what I was saying, is putting all of his other Pokemon away, but why would you really want to? Like, it sounds ridiculous when you think about it. Oh, come on. Right, Fairy gets Steel, forgot. Paralysis, fine. Whatever. Double Slap, I guess. It just... why would you give up a team that you went through the process of earning just to go to a different region where eventually you can still pull that team out?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like, there's a lot of bad ideas that come with just people wanting... well, people wanting a lot for a little, if that makes any sense. Like, there is so much effort that is put into making games, realistically. Like, complaining about video game prices is terrible for the sake of the video gaming community, because if you complain, people are going to get tired of putting in the work. Okay, stop talking over me, music. I don't listen to that on stream to listen to someone sing. That's why I like vocal-free music. Right? Yeah. There is absolutely no reason to be mad that we're paying $60 for a game. Now, there is something to be said when you buy a $40 game, then a $40 DLC, then a $40 DLC, and then after the DLC, you find out you could have waited on the entire thing and bought it for $60 to get everything. And there's nothing wrong with DLC, but when it feels like there's something... it feels like they didn't include enough story with DLC, that's when you run into the big issues. Also, my team is getting rocked here. Ninkata, sure. Let's lap. And I had that. What's that? Super potion, really? Dude, that's rude. If DLC is a missing part of the story, that's kind of an issue. But at the same time, people disguising a missing part of the story, or DLC as not being a missing part of the story, is just bad. Like, it's much worse to see... Like, it's much worse to see a game come out and things... Well, see a DLC... What am I trying to say? Hi. Hello, Tracy. Thank you for following. But yeah, like... DLC is allowed to be a missing part to a story. Like, you can make DLC anything you want. The issue is if it feels like the DLC is something that was 20 minutes getting stretched over 2 hours. Something that was supposed to be a side mission in the game versus something that is its entire own thing within the game. Like, if you can make an hour worth of story out of a DLC, you messed up because you should have been able to make more. Agneton, come on. Let's see if I can actually win this. Because I'm doing fairly well. Oh no, not supersonic. Oh, that's the end of me. Then Kata became confused. Is confused, hurt itself. Next turn, the Magneton's going to murder me. Sure. Magnet Bomb. Yep. Confused again. Like, if your DLC costs $20 and I can get 20 hours worth of gameplay out of it because it is either fun or, like, if the DLC is fun and replayable, I can get all sorts of time out of it. But if it is not fun, but still lasts 20 hours, that's where the issue lies. Something about that DLC forced itself to last excessive amounts of time. And it wasn't necessarily fun. Because either enemies were unbearably annoying, or bosses were terribly designed. Like, there's a bunch of things that could have worked out. I don't mind that the DLC story, like, the DLC story is allowed to be the proper ending. That's fine. My issue is when they release something that could have been a side mission as DLC. Something that literally does not take any time to do. Especially if you know what you're doing. Like, when Flick was playing the Spider-Man DLC. Complete and utter trash from beginning to end on the DLC because none of it was designed to be a DLC. I can't damage this. Yawn, okay, I'll put you to sleep, maybe. There's, again, no issue with it being an after story or a side story, but at the same time, it is still the full ending. Like, the after story means it's a new ending. That's it. Like, you can play it off as anything else you want, but it is now the ending. And a side story is perfectly fine. That's for the sake of fun, and should have a point from the beginning of the game to the end of the game where you get to play, and bills out that time for a different character, I assume. That's reasonable, that's more understandable. Things that aren't understandable is just lack of things. Like, if your DLC is portrayed as being this big, grandiose, additional story, but really all you did was add 3 boss fights, and all of them are about ridiculous, you went Dark Souls, and you kind of screwed yourself by doing that. Granted, Dark Souls gets a lot of praise. Not because it's a good game, but because it's a difficult game. And that's how I see it. It may not be the actual case, but... Orangeberry, huh. I mean, I've never seen DLC that says, well, here's the main game. We will give you the rest of the game in 2 weeks. And that's what I think, and I think that's where we're getting a little bit of a disconnect. Because that's what I think you're talking about when you say DLC that is an ending. Granted, what Kingdom Hearts did was interesting, because rather than giving us they actually prevented you from being able to play, like, the last, 2 hours? Oh, wait. 2 hours of gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3? Because they didn't want anyone ripping it out of the data for the game before people got a chance to play it. That was interesting. Though, Kingdom Hearts 3 was disappointing, and is apparently coming out with DLC to fill out something. I don't know what yet. Also, give me about 10 minutes. I'm gonna take a break here so I can stand up, stretch, get some water, and I will be back in a moment. So guys, I'll be back. Just need to do break things.